Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Immersive Experience. I am your guide today, the Brown, and this is a podcast for you, about you, and to you. Now, would anyone like to?
I'm
I think I
sorry.
messed that up.
I'm sorry. It's just, we
Hold
just
on.
wrote
Is
this
it
down.
a?
We just went over that.
You got on here got so wrong.
She was so confident.
I am
I
confident.
love
Listen,
it.
it's a
I'm sorry.
podcast from you, about you, and for you. Did I still get that wrong?
You did, but it's okay. We gonna make it work.
It's okay.
Okay, listen, let's get back on topic here.
Okay.
So, y'all, we are talking about basically single parenting and the challenges that we face both in our personal lives and at our work lives. So, Mr. Accountability, would you like to introduce yourself today?
Y'all know your boy J Rel on Facebook. I'm always here to learn something, drop something, teach something, know something. Same
Okay,
old, same
okay.
old.
Well, good evening. Good evening. I know y'all can't see my face right now, but it's the infamous, the one and only Desi Lou who, Desi Lou the Don, Desi Lou the aka Don Dada motherfucker fuck you talking about. Like chocolate coating, all that. Pure evil, pure whatever. What you like. What type of flavor is it? But
Oh, Lord.
however, you can follow the immersive experience uh on YouTube at the immersive experience. Do not forget the podcast part. You could also follow us on Instagram at the underscore immersive experience and right here on Facebook at the immersive experience as well.
Cool, cool. All right, so myself and I think J Real are both single parents. And J Real, this question is for you. How can well can you name basically uh how can you, let me see, how can I put this? How can you separate the two of being a single parent between work life and a single parent life? Like, if someone is making you upset at work, how can you take off that career hat and put on the father hat? How does that affect you and things like that?
Uh, for me, I would say it's simple because once I leave work, that's it. I don't worry about work no more. I don't think about it no more. Um, the joy I get from just my kids being happy to see me,
Yeah.
that changed everything. That changes my whole mood, my whole mindset. Whatever was going on at work, it's gone. Like my kids did, hey dad, woo woo, ran up to me, hugged me, or be happy that I'm at the door. I ring the doorbell, they come open the door. Like that right there for me is enough to change anything. So to carry anything home, it's no point in my opinion.
Okay, cool. Cool. Desiree, I know this topic don't really apply to you because you don't have any youngins, but
I
can
used
you
to
give
teach
us this?
kindergarten. So
Okay, well that's perfect. So
that's
how so you work with kids.
I have.
So how can you differentiate? I think I said that wrong. But anyway,
Differentiate.
yeah. How can you keep your personal life from coming to your work life, because that's where the kids that you work with is basically your career. So how did you split those two up?
I just was, pretty much like Jarrell, for real. Like, I just understood where one stopped and the other started. So I always took that with me. It's just depending on what we had to do. I could say like even when you working with kids, you do develop bonds with them, but you always
Hmm.
have to just take a moment and you just understand like, hey, that's work. This my life. I gotta go on with my life. So
Okay. And well, I think for me, I'm in agreement with y'all. It's always like somebody said call me little miss accountability. Okay, little miss accountability. Hey Nunu, welcome to the stage. Welcome to
Hey,
the
look, y'all just
stage.
let me in. I'm still shuffling around. Hey, y'all. I'm
What's
sorry.
going on?
I lost track of time. I was on the phone. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Let me catch you up to speed. So basically the
Okay.
podcast today is about single parenting and how we can separate the two work life from our personal life.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
yes, child. And so I asked J Rail and I asked Desilu, basically, how can you separate the two? So can you give us an example of how you can separate the two?
Nope.
You
I'm still working on myself.
so you
So,
telling me you bring your work home with you?
my work is home. I work from home. I run my businesses from home.
Okay, so you run your business from home, but I'm saying when it's time for mommy time, you have to take that businesswoman hat off.
What is this mommy time that you speak of? It's that
The
deep for
time
me.
that you spend with your children, the time that you
So,
have that's pertaining to your child only.
okay, so when you say mommy time, I'm thinking you talk about like um my own time without my child.
Oh, not
Mommy, when you said mommy time, that's my time, right? I'm a mommy, not the
okay.
child.
That's true. So yeah, we all have mommy and daddy time, but I'm talking about the time where you have to actually be a mother and take off the workload. How can you? Is it easy for you to do that, or isn't it easy? Because you run. See, this is a perfect one for you because you actually have your own business going, so it's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, and I'm two of them, so and they both very demanding. It's tax season right now,
Yes.
so
Oh
the
yeah.
bookers is rolling in for the venue, and a lot of people shopping for the boutique. So it's real busy. I'm Jarrell gonna kill me for this, but I am taking baby steps to learning how to shake it. Look at him shaking his head. No, I am though. Like I was just telling Desiree this, like, I gotta start somewhere. And
Hmm.
so okay, I just came to the conclusion, and I feel like I just came right in and took over. Did I do that? Y'all ready for me?
No.
Okay.
No. I want to know.
Um,
I'm interested.
so I have just learned, literally as of this year, that I have been dealing with a lot of depression that I wasn't aware of, like subconsciously didn't realize that's what I was dealing with. Since I have became a mother, my whole entire life has been dedicated to being a good mom. And when I tell you I wasn't taking no time for self-care, no time for myself, I didn't
Okay.
matter because I have a child. It's not about me no more. It's all about her. This is my mentality. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just giving you an insight on my mentality of
Okay. Okay.
dealing with motherhood, especially single motherhood, because of course I was not expected to be a single mother.
So you
So
lost yourself and your child.
I lost myself and my child, and then when I started
Okay.
my businesses, that was something else for me to lose myself in. But the real thing was I really just didn't want to deal with myself, so I consumed myself and my daughter and my companies. So I'm now at this big age, this year, 2024, coming to the conclusion, like Narissa, you have to focus on yourself for a little while. Like Nyla
Yeah.
straight. Queen's Closet, QC Studio, we finally plateauing where we straight on that too. So let's get back to yourself. So the baby steps that I'm taking, shut up, Jarrell. The baby steps that I'm taking is I'm getting back to me. Like I'm preparing for a major weight loss surgery. Even
Okay.
down to
Okay.
when I was down bad because I had got all my teeth my wisdom teeth taken out. Like I'm getting ready to go have cosmetic surgery on my teeth. I'm working on my credit. I'm growing my hair. Like I'm
So
doing
you
all this
building
stuff for me.
Nunu.
I'm
You
rebuilding
building
Nunu.
yourself. That's
Respectfully, I'm rebuilding
perfect.
Nunu.
Cause
I'm
we
finally
do
focusing on me for a
we
change. Like,
do
okay,
that a
Nyla, you
lot.
straight.
Single parenting, I'm telling you, when you become a single parent sometimes, even as a married individual, and it's really hard, I can say for women, men too. Men loses their selves in their career sometimes. But a woman loses their self in everything. We forget about us. We kind of put ourselves last a little bit. So that's
Oh
why I'm
yeah.
glad that we're having this conversation because it's very dear and near to me. Because sometimes we dig ourselves in a hole that we try to climb up out of sometimes. You know what I mean? And it's hard as hell. And it does build up those negative endorphins that's in our bodies.
Yeah,
So
I agree. I agree.
Why
uh,
would you do that?
why do we don't you don't notice it? You don't notice
I
it.
can't say I noticed it. Like it took you to point that out to me. Like you don't want to deal with yourself. I wouldn't have never came to that conclusion on my own.
Okay.
I had to have somebody put that mirror in my face. Like, hey, you don't want to deal with yourself right now.
It's
Like I
almost
said, that bird's eye view and that in the jungle view, it hit
right,
different.
right, and it's almost like It's almost like you in a negative relationship and you don't know that you in a negative relationship until it hit you like, damn, this
But it
ain't
ain't
for
been
me.
hit you. You ain't been knowing how you
You
wanted to
don't see
feel
it.
like.
You
How you
don't see
don't
it.
see it? I
You
feel
don't
it.
see it because you're constantly moving. You're constantly going. You
But you
constantly
feel
kids
it.
need
You
this.
feel it when
You
somebody
feel
hurt
it,
your
but you
feelings.
ignore it. You ignore. It's almost like, okay, Dr. Jackie said it best. Sometimes women, when we feel a pain, we ignore that pain. Because all we gotta do is just take a little antibiotic, or and we don't know that it's something serious going on here. We just take whatever, pain go away, we good. We ignore it. We don't notice it. And if
I
we
can't
do
say that
notice
I
it,
ignore it. I feel like I haven't. So in my past, with her dad, because that's the last real relationship I've been in situationships, but the last relationship I've been in was with her dad.
mm,
I didn't ignore the signs. I I guess you could say I did. I looked past that shit like, nah, it's gonna get better later,
you
and I would
ignored
just sweep
it.
that to the side.
You ignored
Like
it.
that's what I guess I probably did, because like I would say, it's gonna get better later. We're not gonna dwell on that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. I can't say that I didn't see them. That's why I'm like I'm kind of
Right. I
compromised
said,
on, am I
right. You
ignoring
see
it?
it, but you ignore them. You ignore it because life is lifing. You don't have time to focus on yourself when life
No,
is
see
life, and when your
that's what I don't agree on. It's not that I didn't have time. I was just hoping for better. I had the time. I just was like, it's gonna get better later. Like the biggest
so
mistake I
you
made was moving
basically
us out the state.
neglected it, neglected yourself because you had
Absolutely, because
hope.
I was
You
hoping
put
that it was
hope
gonna
in
get
there.
better.
Oh, so you
Hmm.
had hope in somebody else, or hope in something else that it was gonna make you get better instead of you doing the footwork yourself.
Yeah, because I wasn't nowhere near on that level then. I wasn't thinking about myself. Remember, I had just had my daughter.
Right,
So
right.
my whole, especially when she was a baby, oh God, it take Desiree to tell you. I broke down. Desiree took her shopping one day. I broke down. Because baby, nobody had ever done that for her but me.
Mhm.
So, at that time, no, I was not thinking, I wasn't nowhere near where I'm at now, just thinking about myself. I felt guilty for thinking about
Right,
myself. It was a
girl.
sense of
I'm
guilt
trying
that
to
came
say,
along. To this day, I
I
can't go shopping for myself and don't buy her nothing.
right. Okay, so Jasmine said we ignore things when we're putting time and energy into what we want. Exactly. That's what I was trying to
And I
say.
wanted that
We
relationship to
what
work. So,
so you ignored what you was feeling deep down inside
mhm.
that you knew that
I
wasn't
ignored that
right.
shit because you couldn't tell me that what I felt was accurate. I'm like, no, people go through this. Couples
Hmm.
go through this shit.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I'm glad you're
this is
working on
life. I
yourself.
seen people
I'm
going through
working on
worse.
myself, and everybody on this podcast is working on themselves in some type of way,
What
shape,
you
or
said.
form. And
I'm gonna be 100%.
recognition,
I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. Tonight, it's gonna be
mhm.
fun. It's 100% fun. I absolutely love, with a passion, having parenting conversations with mothers. I love it.
Oh Lord.
So tonight gonna be fun,
Ah, you
real fun.
outnumbered. You outnumber Mr. J.
Oh,
Mr. Accountability.
it's not gonna matter because 10 times out of 10, I can tell y'all
10,
answers
yeah, that's a
before y'all
lot of.
even say them. I'm that confident.
Mm. See, Mr.
Okay,
Accountability
so
is a good baby daddy, so he can have this conversation.
good.
You know what I'm
We gonna let
saying? Let's
him.
just be for real. He a good baby daddy. Like we couldn't have this conversation with no deadbeat. We couldn't.
Yes, you can.
Shit, we can. We ain't gonna get nowhere. It's like this conversation will not go nowhere near as smooth as it will with a person who's a good baby daddy and is an active father. Active father, the deadbeat not gonna have the same point of view. So guess what? It's gonna turn into this.
Right.
With
So
him, the
let's
baby
go
daddy's gonna
back
stay right
to
here.
right. So let's go back to what you were saying, Nunu, when you were saying how you felt guilty for blaming yourself if you bought yourself something and you um didn't get it for the child. So how do you come up out of that? How do you stop blaming yourself for not being able to, well, not necessarily being able, well, let me reword that. How do you, well, have you ever blamed yourself for not being able to do what you can't do and focus on what you can do?
All the time. All the time. And still do. When I like it be the simplest shit. Like today we went to this little spot called Korean Corn Dog. They said a little Korean corn dog. That's something that we both like to do. But I remember it was one time I didn't have the money for the shit, and not only was I frustrated, I felt bad because it's like I should be able to get this to her because it's like this is my thing. This is what this the core of the issue. Because it's just me, I feel like I got to do a double,
Right.
and that's where the guilt come in. At. It's like if I ain't doing a double, I ain't doing what I'm supposed to do. That's where I was with it, Missy. I'm still working on myself, baby steps. I'm still working on myself. Um, to this day, like I said, I still feel bad when I go shopping for me and don't get her nothing. I feel like I done
But why?
neglected her because I feel like I done
Because she
neglected
got
her.
everything she need, right? So
She do, but like we
why do
both
you,
supposed to be getting it.
she already got it.
She do,
The
but
biggest the biggest mistakes parents make, especially single parents, the biggest mistake they make is always feeling they gotta do for their child no matter what because of a lack thereof. Oh, the baby
yeah,
daddy ain't there. Oh, well, my parents don't do this. It's just me that does everything. That's the biggest
That's
mistake parents
true.
make because all you
That's
doing
true.
is teaching your child that they're entitled instead of teaching them how to earn shit.
Mm-hmm.
Stop
but
giving them
see, but
shit
hold on, I
because
do still make her earn shit though. Like
mm-mm.
Nyla has chores that she does, and that's how she earns her like little money, little outings that we make. Like I'm teaching her at an early age to hustle, to earn her money, and don't nothing
Yeah.
come free. I'm definitely. That's all I know.
You
Remember, like
know,
I said, I've been in survival mode half my life. So you gonna
right.
learn these. You gonna learn these life skills if you don't learn nothing else.
That's true. I
Despite
agree
me
with
having
you
to do it double
100%
time.
on that. I agree with you 100%. I think what I struggled with was because I was like, well, my kids ain't gonna do what my mama was. What I'm not gonna let my kids see what I saw with my parents. I'm gonna give them this, that, and other because I'm not gonna be that parent. I'm gonna give them, and that shit backfired like a motherfucker. These kids is spoiled as shit. They very entitled. My kids is
Yeah,
very entitled. I
they
had to
are. They can
literally,
be. Yeah,
they, yes, yes.
I
especially
And
think
it's
her.
it's
almost
just
like,
about I think it's just about striking a balance. Like you just
yeah,
gotta have that balance with your kids, like you gotta understand, like, okay, this discipline, this free time. And your leisure time, you free to do whatever you want to do. However, the same way we do at work, just do your work. I don't care what you're doing. As long as your work done, I'm good.
right,
So like,
but
right.
and that's
a lot of parents, I'm sorry, a lot of single mothers have
Oh,
this
me.
problem right here when it comes to one category, discipline, right? They'll discipline
Ooh,
their child,
child, don't do
and
it.
then 2 seconds later, flip the script like, oh well, I'm sorry with this and that, and what? What?
We feel
Why?
bad. We be feeling bad.
That is a very bad problem because just like just
I'm
like
so
you learning
guilty.
your kids are learning
I'm
you too,
guilty. I'm so
and
guilty of
and
And
that.
they so smart.
every
Oh,
single
they so
time.
smart. They get it at an early age. Well, I don't know. My slow ass. Look, I ain't picking up that soon, but
Listen,
she
and I
knows. Like,
paid
oh,
for
you ain't on
that.
shit.
I
Like
actually
literally.
paid for what you talking about right now, Mr. Accountability. I'm gonna take accountability on my behalf. So when I was married, y'all, um, yeah, I literally he was more of the made them stick to a punishment, and I would forget that they was even on punishment. I would forget that they was on punishment. It was like, oh, okay, it's whatever. They done got their butts whooped. But and I'm wrong for this because I be like, he'll put them on punishment. I'm like, oh, okay, they good, they good. I kind of like wipe what he said away, and because we were a blended family. I gotta put that out there. So the older two kids were mine before us, and then we had our smaller daughter together. So I wouldn't kind of like acknowledge his disciplinary ways because I felt like that was a little too strict, especially for girls. But when we separated, oh child, honey, I was like, oh, I see why he did. Oh Lord, oh shit, goddamn. It was
You
a lot of
sound
stuff
just
said.
like you sound just like my son's mother. My son's mother, we used to have full blown arguments about how I would discipline her daughter. I don't believe I got to put my hand on my child. Not one time, but just know the way my disciplinary actions are. I'm gonna physically make you weak, but mentally break you to the
Yeah,
point where you're not gonna test me. I'm only gonna say it once and one time alone. I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say you come home, China, and you tell your daughter, wash the dishes, right? And she don't get them dishes washed. She wakes up, go to school the next day, come back, dishes on the sink. You say, hey, come here for a
oof,
second. Let me talk to you for a minute. Let me show you something. These dishes still in the sink, right? She gonna say, yeah. And you gonna say, so we both seeing the same thing, right? She gonna say, yeah. Say, okay, go ahead, go to your room. You good, I'll wash them. Don't even worry about it. You good.
Mm.
For the next 2 weeks straight, I promise you. My methods are crazy, but I promise you, try them, they'll work. For the next 2 weeks straight, take every motherfucking dish you got in that house and put it in that sink and make her wash them every single motherfucking day. I guarantee
I'm
you,
here for that
she
though.
will
I'm here for that.
never,
me
ever
too.
not wash them dishes again.
I
I
don't
am,
know.
I
Nyla
am, I
different.
am
She may
not.
pull it 2, 3 more times before it's
Uh.
sinking.
I,
I
I am
have one
not
like
My
in the
daughter's
that.
so
business
damn
of.
fried. I don't know, but
I
I'm here
got
for
one
that.
like that. I
I'm
got
I'm
one
not.
here
like
for
your
a man
Naya.
putting his hands on a little girl. Like I would like when me and him, well, when me and her dad was still together. I would tell him like, when she get older, lead the discipline up to me. Y'all are strong. Y'all are men. I really don't feel like a man should be physically disciplining his daughter.
I agree.
Like, lead that for me. Now,
But
the
that'll
method that he
never
used,
work.
I'm here for that because he ain't putting his hands on her,
That'll
but you still teaching
I
her a
never.
would
lesson.
never. I would never put my hands on the child. I don't have to because I'm gonna show you exactly what you did, so you learn what you're doing. You didn't wash the dishes, so you gonna wash dishes until you understand why you washing dishes.
I'm here for that.
Right.
I'm here
Cause
So
for
I'm
it's
that.
gonna
like
be honest with you. When I used to get my ass whooped by my mama, that only made me it made me
it does nothing.
madder.
It makes you
It
mad. It
made
makes
me
you
madder. So
upset.
I was like, I'm not
But
doing
then,
nothing. But then again, I ended up doing it anyway. Cause
Oh,
you ain't
baby,
trying
y'all
to get
mamas
that
was
ass
whooping
mhm,
whooped.
y'all ass like my mama was
then,
for me, baby. I got right in line as if you did make me wash every dish in the house.
Girl,
mm,
that part. Old school beat
I
Y'all
down
think
wasn't getting y'all
against.
ass whooped for real.
Oh
I
no,
Mom
I
really
got
had one of the
my
mamas
ass.
that picked up whatever she
Nah,
saw,
my
like whatever was in
listen,
sight.
my mama didn't whoop my ass. She beat my ass. It was a totally different. I mean, it made me madder as I got older because I got used to getting beat. Like it was. I
But
got
see,
used to it.
now that's probably one of the biggest flaws I have as a single mother. Because and this don't have nothing to do with her dad. I could say this is from getting beat like I did as a kid. Like I don't be wanting to hear her. I don't wanna never make her feel the way I felt getting my ass whipped as a kid. So she get a lot of lead make way with me. Like anybody that know me like 15 years plus will tell you like Marissa they got soft as hell over here because
Oh no,
baby the
I
littlest
pick
person
something
that
up
she
quick
know
and throw
bullies
something
her.
in mine.
see,
I throw something in
let
mine.
me,
Mine's
She be
older
getting away with
now.
murder, and I just really don't even be on that because it's like, girl, if you and I'm talking about it. Take my cousin Erica, the one that was on here that sell the sea moss and stuff. She had to sit her down one day, like, baby, if your mama whoops your ass the way her mama whooped hers, you wouldn't even this wouldn't even be a conversation right now.
let me ask y'all a serious
You
question.
talk back too much.
Do y'all like talking to y'all kids?
Yeah. Oh
What you
yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah.
like over
I
and over
love
about the
talking to
same shit?
mine.
Yeah,
Oh, you talking about going over like repeating myself?
because that's what it sounds like.
Oh no, I'm not repeating myself.
Yeah, I know how it can sound like that because I
I'm
don't want to
going.
take those. But I want to be one of the moms that don't have to beat their kid, whoop their kid ass, but she be
Oh no,
asking for them bitches.
I
Like,
beat mine.
Look,
But
everybody.
sometimes I beat mine and they
listen,
still. I
sometimes I
got
got to do what
one
I
that
got to
I
do, but
beat
I
and
don't
she
like having
still
to do
do
that.
what she want to do.
She's
Like
not
I'm
gonna.
talking about.
She's not gonna attain to a whooping. A whooping does nothing but make you upset for the moment. You have to mentally get through to a child to make them realize where you're coming from and that you're serious. If you
I agree
cannot
with that.
mentally get through to that child, it's not gonna do anything at all. A
I
whooping,
agree with you.
pain goes away every day of the week. Pain goes away. That's why my methods of everything, I'm gonna physically make you feel something, but mentally break you. So where you gonna think, damn, I ain't doing that shit no more. Because
Is that what football
that
did
thought,
for you?
no, that's what my dad did for me. All bullshit
So that's where
aside,
you got that from?
I've received literally 2 punishments my entire life. And after
Mhm.
those two, never did shit else. The very first time I got punished, I stole candy from fucking Walgreens. Literally, Walgreens. Well,
Hey,
there's no reason.
Jazz.
Stole candy from Walgreens. And my
Hi,
and my
Jazz.
and my birthday was 2 days after I stole that candy. My father didn't do
Ooh.
nothing. My father didn't do nothing at all. But literally have me stand, do wall sits, do push-ups, write all day. He let me watch my brothers and sisters eat my cake, open my presents, and play with my toys. My dad
I've done that
mentally,
before.
my dad mentally got to me to the point where it's like, damn, I'm not fucking up no more because I did this is painful. I can take an ass whooping and go about the day. It is what it is. But to have to see everything and go through everything yourself, to have to put yourself through your own punishment, have to clean walls all day, write all day, that shit is boring and your day drags. Your time, the time in a child's mind goes by fast because they're always in play mode. But when you slow down play mode and make them do shit they don't want to do, that whole day is gonna drag, and they gonna feel that a whole lot more than the ass whooping because that day gonna seem long, and they gonna think the next day, oh, I'm good. Nope, next day same shit. Next day same shit until I feel like I got through to you. Oh, you gonna do this shit over and over and over and over again. It ain't hurting me. I'm not gonna repeat shit. I'm not
But
gonna
I
say
think
shit.
that still build feelings of resentment as well.
It
You think that's
does.
doing
It
something
does.
that's
And it
you
does
you
not.
still have the same effect as a physical. If children do nothing for you, I hope they make you look at yourself. I hope they
There,
make you see yourself for the
there's
places
nothing for
you
me to
can't
resent.
deal with your child, for the
It does lead
places
to
you think
resentment. I'm
that
gonna
the
tell you why in
discipline
a
that
minute.
worked for you will work for them, and
It
in
does
every
not.
aspect. Ask yourself that question. If I was a child, how would I have wanted to be handled? Had my dad not did what he did, what would I have liked? What would
Uh-uh.
have been that?
Uh-uh. Had my dad not did what he did, I wouldn't be the man I am today. So for me,
Okay, so
resentment goes out the
that
window
part right
because
there,
that right there, him showing me
you
that
gotta
my
think
that
about
him showing me my mistakes are my mistakes, and I gotta pay for that.
right.
Showed me enough to know
So let me tell you
I don't
this.
want to deal with my mistakes no more. I don't want to keep paying for my mistakes.
So what? So you have different children in today's time. Back when we was growing up, yeah, we got it. Okay. These kids nowadays, they are totally
Nope,
different
nope.
And
breeds
influenced by
No,
the
no,
of.
no.
internet. We
These
did
They
not
parents,
have
have that
I don't
then.
blame a child for nothing nowadays. It's the parent. I don't blame a child for
no,
how
oh
they
no,
are,
no,
how
no,
they act.
no,
It's the
no, no,
parents all
no,
day long.
no.
Baby,
Let
these
me tell you
computers is raising
something.
them now.
You can have the best parents in the world. The best parents can teach you A through Z. You cannot make a child drink from that well of water if that child does not want to.
These
You can
parents are
train up
soft.
a child in the way it can go all day long,
No.
okay?
These
But
parents are
you,
very soft. A lot of these
no,
parents nowadays take what they've been through. Oh, I've been through this, I've been through that. So now I'm gonna be softer on my kid. Go ahead. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be 100% real with you. And I've told this to other people as well. My kids, they gonna be different. They gonna know how to have fun. They gonna have respect, all that good stuff. But when it
that's fun.
comes to
That's great.
but
You
when it
think
comes
that your
to
kid's gonna be different? Because I thought mine was gonna be different
when
too.
it
But
comes
when
to
the world get your kids, it's a different ball game.
the world is it's been trying, but my kids are they're cut from a different cloth. I guess I'll put it like that. When I'm gonna give you an example. My son plays
I'm gonna
football.
go back to that
I am too,
to the
because I
movie.
want you to. I'm staying right
My
there.
son,
I'm gonna go
my
back to the
son.
movie
Jason
because y'all.
Lyric.
Yes,
I'm gonna go back to
yes.
Jason Lyric every
Granted,
time. Like
granted,
that's
yeah. It's only
it's
it's
not
only
guaranteed
it's
both
only
your kids gonna turn out like the way
yeah.
y'all raised them. No
It's
matter how much
it's
y'all
not
put into that.
guaranteed.
I'm
It's
a
not
living experience of that.
it's
That's right, though. That.
it's not guaranteed, no. But at the same time, I'm gonna instill what I feel I need to instill as a parent
Yeah,
because
instill all of that in
what
them and just
because
hope that it sticks.
what parents forget is this one thing right here. You are raising somebody's girlfriend, somebody's boyfriend, somebody's father, somebody's husband, somebody's wife. You're raising that. But the parents don't see that shit.
You're
They see
raising a child. You're
they
not
see it.
raising anything for
No,
them to be
at,
anybody else's anything else.
no.
I don't know
At
why
some
you would put
point,
those stipulations on them. Teach them to be
because
them first.
at some point they're gonna be somebody's dad. I'm somebody's
That's
dad.
fine. But you have to instill character in them. I'm not teaching you to be somebody's dad.
Well,
I'm not
I
No,
teaching you
think
I
to be
know,
somebody.
no. I'm not saying I'm teaching you to be somebody's dad. What I'm saying
training
is
up a
you're
child
what
in
I'm
the
saying
way it
is
should go.
you're
That's what
raising
he's doing.
this
He's
child,
training that
and at
child.
some point they're gonna be somebody's dad. I'm not saying you're raising them to be a dad. No, but at some point they're gonna be somebody's dad. They're gonna be somebody's husband. They're
Why
gonna
does
be
that
somebody's
matter?
boyfriend. To me, it matters
For
a
what?
whole lot.
Who are you now?
Why would I?
I
Why would I?
didn't. I
Why would I
wasn't.
want my
My
kids
mom
to go?
didn't whoop
Why would
me.
I?
I'm
Why would I want
sorry.
my
I didn't
kids to
get
go out?
whooped. I didn't get those mind games. I didn't get none of that.
Why
She
would I
didn't
want my
play
kids
mind
to go
games with
out
me. She didn't do none of
and
that.
why do I want my kids to go out and treat people fucked up? That's I don't want kids going out treating people fucked up thinking it's okay.
That's because you talk to them, then you teach them.
That's me raising them. I'm raising at some point somebody's dad.
He's saying that's the way that he raises his kids. He don't raise his hands at his children. He talks to them. He teaches them in a.
But I'm
I
not
agree. I
talking
kind of
about
agree with
No,
his
that.
that's what
method
I'm saying. I don't
of
think she's
thinking.
saying in the
I'm
matter
not
of how
talking
he's
about
raising
that.
them.
I'm saying he's saying something to the nature of they finna be somebody dead. Why does that matter? I don't care that they because what's a daddy? What characteristics a daddy got?
Why does that matter? Hold on. I damn sure do not want my son to grow up thinking it's okay to just be a half-ass parent.
Right. So
That's
you
all facts.
instill the characteristics in him to not be that.
That's what
And
I
that's what I'm
think
saying
y'all
I'm
ultimately
doing.
saying the same thing.
Y'all
That's what
saying
I'm
the
saying.
same
That's what I'm saying I'm
thing.
doing.
So
Yeah.
In my
I
basically,
think ultimately y'all he just wording it different. It's
my
just raising the
by
head,
word
your
it different.
son looking at you and
That's Ray
looking
calling
at
the
what you're
character. He
doing, is
calling
he's
it
gonna
what it
get that
is.
anyway. By you being
but
a
it's only character.
parent. Yeah, it's character, but his son
And
is
right. So what
is
she's
building
saying is
his
the
own character
character,
by seeing him
but you
every day
saying the
anyway.
different characters. Y'all saying the same shit though.
Y'all saying the
There's
same thing.
different titles. Your character don't change.
for me, for my kids, I'm gonna raise them how I feel they need to be raised, or I feel
Right.
like I
As you
should
should.
raise them in ways that I want them to be as best well-rounded as I can make them. Because at the end of the day, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on this earth. I have no idea when my time is gonna be it. That's it. So it's like, even when it comes to my kids, a lot of single parents say they don't have free time to do this. They can't teach their kids this, can't teach their kids that. They don't have free time to do this and do that, do this and do that for their own self. A lot of parents say
Right.
that. To me, that's an
Right.
excuse, because I'm gonna teach my kids the things they need to know, so that way they don't got to keep coming to me about this and about that and about this and about that. That frees up my time now. If I can teach my
Mhm.
children how to be at home by themselves and take care of it and be good, I ain't gonna worry about shit. That means I can go to the grocery store by myself. I can go out to the mall right quick. I don't teach my kids that, oh well, daddy always gonna be there. Sorry, but I'm not. I'm just not. I don't know what's gonna happen to me the next day or the next day or the next. I don't know. So while I'm on this earth, you gonna learn everything I need to teach you while I can teach you, and that frees up my time as a
Okay.
parent.
And I agree with you what you're saying, but let's go back to this. Desiree, can you pull up Mrs. Moore's chat that she just had? Okay, everybody thinks their kids are different, but life and experiences teaches them lessons that don't come from the parents. That part is what me.
Not
Hold on.
that's not true.
Let me say this. It's very
Yes,
true.
it is.
Let me
Mm-mm.
tell you something. TikTok,
Because I can give you a few things
Instagram,
my mom may teach me that I learned from the streets.
Snapchat.
That's
These
because that's just because he didn't teach you. Whatever your parents don't teach you, yeah, life will teach you. That's because
life,
your parents didn't put
and
in the
that's
time to
exactly
teach
what
you.
we're saying. Life is
But
going to teach you
that's a
something
lack of
totally different.
that's a lack of parenting.
No, it's not. It's not.
We can't instill everything into them at once. Some shit they got
You
to figure
can
out on their
on
own.
exactly. You can only do what you can do as a parent to know that you instilled the right things to lead them down the right path. So when they do face life on their own, they will make the decisions that best suits them.
No, no,
But they're gonna go through stuff that's out of our control.
no, no. You learned about credit right now, right?
Mhm.
By yourself.
Yep, all by myself.
Parents didn't teach you, right?
Nope.
Oh, but you could teach your child.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I can only teach her what I know. My mama ain't know shit about credit,
I've
so she can't
I've
teach me something she
I've
don't know
Mine
about.
didn't either.
I have had and I'm having enough experiences to put that into my child. We may not have the same exact experience, but what I'm going to teach you can resonate to what you may go through.
But you know what? How I look at it, I look at it like this in some situations. Like it's just like when you in training for a job. You had okay. You just got this job. It's paying a decent salary, but the training is about 4 weeks long. So you in training every day. We all know once you get on the field, they gave you base knowledge, but you're not gonna really learn what you're doing until you get out there doing it yourself.
Right.
You
And
see
what
what I'm
Mr.
saying?
Derrick
And it's the
said,
same shit. Like, okay, I could give you a basis of like,
right,
integrity, character, all of that. But it's up to
right.
you to put the. It's like I can hand you the puzzle and you put that bitch together throughout
All
life. Cause that's all we really did. If you
all
think about it,
all I need is a base. You teach me something. All I need is a base.
yeah.
Right.
But
But
again,
like what Mr.
but that
Derrick
still means
Shelton
that
just
they'll learn
said,
the
that
rest
the
throughout
life is
life.
going to expose. That chat that you just put up, exposure. Derrick Shelton said that's exposure. Your kids are going to be exposed to different things that didn't come from us.
They're gonna be exposed to different things, yes, but at the same time, they're gonna be exposed to everyday life shit. They're gonna be just like you exposed to everyday life shit right now that you weren't taught because you weren't taught it. So whatever you weren't taught, you're learning it, but you can teach it to your kids.
Yeah,
That-
and
They
that's how
may
you break
they may
generational
have
curses.
they may have thank you. They may have a different experience from you. They may not go through
uh,
the same thing you went through. Cool, fine, dandy, got you.
But they
But at the
still got
same
that
time,
base
they
knowledge.
thank you. That base knowledge
But that does not
is
mean
gonna
that you
get them
can
somewhere.
instill everything into them. Some shit they
I'm
gotta
not
learn on
saying you
their
can
own.
instill. I'm not saying you can put everything into them, but you can instill what you already know plus what you're learning. A lot of parents don't
You
care
can
to.
only get them what you got.
100%. A lot of
You can
parents
only
don't
do
care
your
to
best with what you got.
what you
And that's
got
what I
and
had to learn about even my mother.
hey,
Like,
Visa.
my
Hey,
upbringing wasn't the most
Visa.
favorable, but I had to learn and accept that my mother raised me
Oh, that's
the
very
best way
important.
she could off of what she had, off what she knew on
yes,
parenting.
off what she knew.
So,
But at the
like you
same
said, I
time,
learned
there's
what I
somebody
learned,
else
and now
out
I'm
there.
instilling that in my daughter, and I'm going a little different because okay, well, I know this ain't right, so let me go this direction.
But
Right.
there,
If I had went the direction the way my mama raised me, now I'd be fucked up.
But there
I
is
thank
a
God for
thing
strength.
called community. And I mean, it's about the
yes,
sports you put them in. It's a
there's
thing about
so
the,
much out there.
yeah, like what you expose your, it's exposure. What you
It's
expose your kids to
exposure.
reinforce the base knowledge that you're giving them. You put them in
Mhm.
karate gonna teach them this is discipline. This is what you do. I need you to do X. So I feel like in a way you can, like, it's like getting out on the field and not knowing what you're doing. But when you put a child in different sports and you make them stick with things, so that'll be, and that's why I say children make you deal with yourself. Because even though it was hurting you to hear your husband talk to your child like that, it still should have kicked your discipline in. Like, let me talk to Dale. Let me see what this could be. What me this let me
But you
see
know
what.
what? We doing more of that these days. Like our parents didn't talk like for us, and I know you can relate, China. For us
Right.
kids that got beat, wasn't no talking.
You
Wasn't
just
no
got
talking shit.
beat.
That's it. Our thoughts didn't matter. We didn't have feelings. We was too young to have feelings. We was too young to have an opinion. We didn't have no rights as kids. Our feelings didn't matter. You weren't old enough to have feelings. You old enough to
Right.
get your ass beat though. You
Can
know
you?
what I'm saying? Like
Right.
we
But
I
I
actually
feel
agree.
like
sitting our
that's a
kids
step
down these
that
days
you,
and trying to figure them out.
that's a thing that, like you say, you had to walk over. Like, it's understanding, like, I ain't deserve that shit. This not, and you understand that you okay. This the thing. You be too out of balance when you dealing with your children because you got the other end of the stick. You go to the extreme of the other side. I can't do that's, and that's what I got from my mama. You know, My mama knew how to put her foot down though. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't have to beat me to do it. She ain't have to hit me upside my head. None of that. She ain't have to play no mind games with me. She ain't never did none of that. Like
Can you go
literally,
back to Derek's chat where he made a comment that said
he say
that
we can miss steps as parents.
okay, that's the part right there. When a child is showing you their character of who they are, it's certain stuff that you're not going to teach your child because that's not who your child is. Before
You
they
don't
go
think that
back
your
to
child get opposite teachings from you? I learned opposite things because
yeah, most
because my
definitely.
daddy did what he did. I remember calling my daddy on Father's Day and telling him like, had you never left, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I'm
I
I'm
agree. I
I'm
agree. Your
thankful.
daddy taught you something that even though he wasn't there, he still taught you something.
Exactly. That's what
So
I'm
I
saying.
agree
It's
with you.
and it's just about people, how people take the lesson. So we get afraid of teaching our children because it's something that we don't know. We don't have knowledge on. Oh, I don't know how to deal with this. So it's something that you will keep pushing down, or something of that nature. So I agree with Derek. You that's why you can miss steps, because you have to
Exactly.
deal with yourself first. Children
First.
are going to make you deal with yourself.
Yeah.
And
And
children ain't gonna deal with themselves until they become adults.
Missing
Derek has
steps,
said
missing
we
steps
not
only applies when you it applies at the start, I guess,
okay,
but
that
it's not that
generation is
far.
not getting the core values that we got taught. Because that baby ain't no more loyalty. It's
But
every man for himself. It's no more
well, I
no,
organization in the
feel like
hood.
that
core
comes from
If
values
it's
is
us.
taught
bad, we
in
can talk about it.
home.
That
That's
comes from
taught
us
in the
though.
house. I feel like core values is taught in the in your home.
The parents now, I swear to God, I
It's
promise you, I'm
different
sorry, but the
parents.
parents now are fucking soft as goddamn cottonelle tissue. See my language. The parents now are not
You know
what
what?
we were
And
raised
I
on.
can
By
fully agree
far,
with you
the
to a
parents are
certain
fucking
extent.
soft.
I can fully agree with you
That's
to a
why
certain extent. I ain't
there
even gonna
there
hold you.
that's
Like,
why
yeah.
there are so many kids, so many kids that are soft and can't do
But you
this,
know
can't
what,
do
Jarrell?
that.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. You gotta understand also where that stemmed from. Do you really know where that stemmed from? Because I remember when it happened. I remember exactly when the transition happened. The transition happened with parents getting soft when they started pressing these laws about child abuse, where you can't whip your child
Yeah,
ass no more. Where they was able
yeah.
to call DCFS on you and make false
Uh,
claims and shit. We
parents,
became we
it's
had
no
to
excuse.
we was forced to become scared to even put our hands on our kids because of how quick they can get snatched from us just from disciplining them.
It's no excuse though.
Can you go back to
Shit.
Jazz's comment,
I
the
wasn't, I
first
I'm
wasn't,
one?
telling you.
I
You
wasn't.
Jazz
the
said
reason why a lot of these parents is soft is because they're afraid to hit their kids. The DCFS laws have got to be
some
beefed
parents
up.
are, some parents
Some
are, but then
parents.
you have some like me. I will still fuck you up. Period. My kids, I have
But you
my
gotta
oldest
times is
daughter
so
is
different then though.
18.
You could
My
go
child
upside
is
your kid head in a grocery store and everybody will turn away. You
nah,
do it
I ain't
now,
gonna do
you
that.
got cameras on you. I'm just saying, this is how when he say parents get soft, this the level of soft tough that I remember when I was a kid. You go upside your child head in the grocery store, and when nobody say shit, they'll turn their head. Now you got cameras on you, you got people phones out on you, you got people
That's
jumping
true.
right on their cell phone, something that they didn't have then.
It's
Calling
I
only
the
in
mean,
public,
DCFS, all that shit. But that's what I'm saying though.
but
Still, in public and behind closed doors.
it's still no excuse as to why parents choose to be soft on their kids.
It play a big part in it though. It play a big
well,
part because you
what is
motherfuckers scared
soft
to
to
whip their
you?
kids.
What is soft? Because Desiree said she never got her ass whooped. You said that you don't whoop your kids. You talk to them. To me,
I
that's
whoop
like white
and
people
talk.
shit.
I don't, I
Nunu,
don't, I don't
Nunu
talk to
said
my
she
kids.
soft. You said
I
you
don't,
talk to your
I don't
kids,
know.
right?
I talk more than whoop, but
My kids
I talk and whoop.
get disciplined. I'm just not gonna talk much. I'm gonna say one thing one time, and that's just what it is. I'm sorry.
But you
We
admit you be having to
we don't
tap that
have
But
ass
you a
sometimes.
male.
we don't have anything to that's another thing people do.
You
People always
are a male.
But
Male
nope,
you
are
admit
nope,
way
that you
more
got to tap that
intimidating
ass
than men.
sometimes.
nope,
Or female. And I know
nope.
me and Desiree don't agree on this, but I feel like men are more intimidating, especially when they're present in their children's lives. They are more intimidated. Kids are going to respond to them faster than they are
And
that mother.
do you want to know why? Because mother do this right here. Yell at you, then 2 minutes later, oh come here. That's why.
Because we are nurturers
Cause y'all make
by
excuses.
heart.
Cause y'all make excuses. Because
because we are
y'all
nurturers
make
by
excuses.
heart.
Y'all don't want to be seen as the bad parent. Mothers want to be seen as the good parent,
Ooh,
the fun parent,
child.
all that shit. First off, mothers ain't fun parents, but they want to be seen as the fun parent. Now you make in the face. No kid
You
says
said mothers ain't fun parents. I'm a
no.
fun parent.
Mothers are
I'm
not
a
the fun
fun
parent.
parent.
Naturally, innately, the father is the fun parent.
Oh
Naturally,
Lord Jesus.
flat out. Naturally, the father is just the fun parent.
My
Because 10 times out of 10, in more ways than one, when you go to the park with your kids, most parents,
Derek said that his kids listen to their mom first. Okay, that's the first time I'm hearing it. Okay.
it's look, I'm very big on my kids listening
You
to their
know what?
mothers.
We listened to my mom first too, but that's because my daddy wasn't present in the home. So what she said went, and that's how it was. I was scared of my mama. Cause like I said, my mama, we got beat. That's the thing. We got the beat down. So if we didn't, my mama didn't even have to say nothing. It was a look.
A
You
look,
messing up in church, and she look at you while she on the choir pit.
it's a wrap.
Child, you know you finna get that. Ooh, child, Lord, you already scared before you get to the house in the
You know
car. You
what? I
scared.
have to agree with Jarrell only because I'm experiencing with my daughter, like
Click to the other one,
how
dog.
yeah, her for sure. She a daddy's girl to the utmost. Babe, I have pictures of her gaze into her father's eyes, and he ain't shit, but she love her daddy dirty draws. She think he the fun parent. He take, but again,
Usually
when
that's
she
what
when
happens
she is
when
able to go with him, oh yeah, he taking her to urban air every other day. They going to Walmart buying shit every day. Baby,
is
this
he
not
a
your everyday life. We're
disciplinary?
not doing this every week at home.
Exactly. That's why she's
But while you
oh
on vacation over there, this is what you doing. And you think this what life is if you was to go over here and live with him? Like, no, life ain't this lit every day.
exactly. Exactly. That's the
Bye.
difference.
No. At the end of the day, I'm the disciplinarian between all my kids. My kids' mothers are the fathers from that. They call me, and I have to teach them or tell them what to do and how to do this, how to do that, and it works for them. My kids know I'm big on them listening to their mothers. My kids know for a fact that if I'm in the household, out of the household, no matter what, I'm still the fun parent. If I'm in the
Mhm.
household, we're still gonna do fun shit, even if it's in the house. Every day,
Okay.
we're gonna do fun shit. There's no excuse as to why people cannot do things. They just choose not to.
Not to. I agree with you on that
There was
100%
there
now.
was there was a point for my kids where they lived with me because their mother had a surgery, things went wrong or whatnot. She was hospitalized for roughly a year and some change. So I
Mm.
did everything: school, homework, feeding,
Single parent
all
shit.
that, everything. And for me, was it hard? Fuck no. I'm sorry, but a lot of people say it's hard. It's what you make it. If you make it hard, then fine, it's hard. But I
Yeah.
wanted to put time into my kids. I wanted to put the effort into my kids. I wanted to put knowledge into my kids. I wanted to put all that into my children. So for me, it wasn't hard. Nothing about it was hard because that's something I wanted to do as a parent, not as a father. A lot of people say, "Oh, you're a good father."
Right.
No, I'm a good parent. I'm not a good father. I'm a good parent because regardless of what I do or don't do, I'm doing it because I'm a parent. The only thing that makes me a father is the fact that I had a child. That makes you a father. That makes you a mother. But to be a parent, that's different, in my opinion. I mean, I could be, it's my opinion. But for
I
me,
think
I'm a full on parent.
I
So
feel that. Can
when
I
when it
read this?
go ahead,
I
do you
want
think?
to
Yes, because
read
I've been
what
trying to
Jazz
read
has
that.
said because you, as a parent, are still in control as guardians. There is no book of instructions. As a father of
That's
three, they
true.
31, 28, and 8. They all have different personalities. We can only do the best we can to raise
Oh my
them.
God. That is
I'm ticked.
so
I'm sorry.
true.
Hold on,
But to
cause
have a
let me get.
31
Hold
year
on,
old and an
wait.
8-year old is insanity.
Wait, hold on, because I want to get this. We not
Yeah.
living in a traditional society anymore. Our kids are not getting the same core values. Our generation was not
And
taught.
that's what I was speaking on. I ain't see the other comment, but yeah, like 100%. 100%.
But
And
that's
then
that's just a
Jazz
lack
also
thereof.
said, them, but they will grow up into their own individual personalities. The one thing I learned is we can't tell others how to raise their
That is
children.
true.
Derek talked about how his kids listen to their mom first, and then Miss Visa said whoopings were taught to ancestors during slavery as a method to break the spirit to control the mind.
Oh
Indigenous
wow.
tribes didn't whip; they were a tight community that taught those core values, which consequences, not always running to save them, was the ultimate life teacher.
100%. I'm not gonna whoop my kids. I'm gonna teach you what you did wrong, and for you to see it for yourself. You forgot to wash dishes. Okay, you gonna wash dishes for 2 weeks straight. This way, I know I ain't got to worry about repeating myself again about washing these dishes. You gonna see for yourself that washing dishes is important.
But you breaking them just like a whipping was breaking.
I'm mentally
That's what you're
instilling in
But you
you.
know
supposed to
what? They
do.
say that you
So,
can't
because
I'm
it's
whip
mental.
almost
I'm
like
mentally
you're
instilling in
saying you're
you.
as
not
far as
supposed to
disciplining your
discipline them at
kids.
all, Desiree. How do they
I'm not
learn if
saying
he don't
it's not
train
my
them
mama
in that
did not
way?
have to do any of that to
But that's
discipline
probably
me.
because you was that type of child. You
That's
have
not has
different type
nothing
of
to
children.
like I don't know
I
if it
feel
was
like
a
you want
certain
one of them.
type
I
of
do feel like you want one of them kids that needed their ass whooped. Like
You have
I
some
know,
kids that need that. But
like
then
you want
it's
what you
some
and
kids
Dominique.
you
Y'all
just
not
can
no
be
rah
like,
rah ass kids. I can't see
yeah.
y'all being no rah rah ass kids. But stories that you've told me about your older sisters, yeah. And you,
and she
girl, about we
didn't
was just
even
talking about
have
that
to
this
whip
morning.
them then. They only did it because they tried to fight her. That was it. My mama didn't whip her. She didn't whoop her kids. She didn't whoop her kids for the same reason you don't whoop neither.
Right,
If I
but
She
don't,
I
had
don't know.
her mama
But
used
even
to
though
beat
she
her
don't have to whoop
ass,
them as
stuck
kids,
guns in her face, everything. She
Nah,
right?
don't do that.
and see,
So
I
she
beat
had to
my
get
kids,
over
and ain't now one
that.
of them did that shit.
look,
So
if
See,
no,
I was
if
that's
good,
not
baby.
helping me.
Listen, my
if I
mama,
don't
one thing she had was them hands.
Yeah.
if I
And
don't teach
them
my
motherfuckers paying
kids,
right down to me like, no, never play well like that.
if I don't teach my kids that responsibility is key, if I don't teach my kids that what I say matters, if I don't teach my children that if you decide to do things your own way and it could be no consequences, then
Jarrell, I'm sorry, I do not mean to interrupt you, but I gotta interrupt you for 1 second. Talking about core values, my daughter just took the clothes out the dryer.
that's what's up.
Oh,
She said
they
that
finna
is
put them
not
on
She
the
my
said,
bed.
same
no,
as
Desi, that's
whipping,
not
talking
the
and giving
same as
consequences. Not
whipping. Talking and giving consequences is not the same as physical punishment. He said that he break them mentally by making them do the same thing over and over and over again. That's the same thing.
It's not the same thing as a whooping.
that's not a physical
It
punishment.
It
has
doesn't.
the it doesn't
It
have
it
to.
it
That's
It
it,
a
has the
mental
same side
punishment.
effects as a
it
whipping.
does not have the
But
same side
how?
effects. I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you
How?
Because
that
he said that he know how to mentally break them. He said, I can physically make you weak, but I'm a mentally break you. That's what he said.
it does not take
That's what we
much.
said.
It
Mentally,
does not take much.
I'm a break you. Why would you want to
I'm
break
gonna break
anything
you
mentally?
mentally.
Not break them down to
I
where
think
they're
he
not break it
I
down
think
to
he's saying
where
it wrong. I think he's
not
saying
no.
it wrong.
I'm saying how I want to say it is just going too
He
deep into
is,
context.
because I agree with him.
Not break them
I
down
agree
to
with him
where
100%.
it's actually going to affect them in a bad way. No, it's just me showing you that hey, you got to
What
wash
I say
dishes.
goes.
Thank you. What I say go. This is important. This is a responsibility. You have to learn this. You have to know this. You have to do this. It's not, oh, I'm gonna do it on my time. No, that's how you become nasty. You
I
become
don't feel
dirty.
like that's manipulation.
No,
She
it's
just saying if what I'm saying to his rebuttal sound like manipulation, then she's saying breaking someone through manipulation is abuse. It's
I'm
Yeah,
not.
not
I don't
I'm
feel
necessarily
not.
like.
pertaining to what
My
he's
Oh,
saying.
okay, okay.
my punishments are not to make them feel less about themselves or anything. My punishments are to show them, yo, this is important. Washing dishes is important.
His
Taking the garbage
punishments
out
is
is
to show
important.
them don't bite the hand that feeds you. You're going to respect me all the way around.
My
If I
son,
Derek
say do
said he
something,
rather whip his kids than let the world do it.
facts. My
boom, that
my
part right there. Derek, I agree. We are here. We
my
are
son
here.
recently didn't take the garbage out when the mom asked him to take the
But
garbage out.
the
He
world
decided,
still gonna get your kids. You're preventing nothing.
You know
I
what?
don't know.
You're
I don't think
Agree
I
preventing
with
don't
you.
I don't
nothing.
think that
I agree
I
with
agree
you
with
just a
Desiree.
little
I
bit,
don't
but
think
then
that you
again, I
prevent
don't.
anything because they could you can get again you can instill all of that in them and just like in Jason's lyric. Remember, their mama was a woman of God, all of that, and the brother still turns out to be a drunk, a drug dealer, all type of stuff. So the world had got him, despite all the core values that the mama instilled in him. So we don't want that for our kids, but unfortunately, it happens, and it's nothing you can do about it. It's
Yeah.
nothing you can do about it if the world get your
You
kids,
can,
no
but
matter
I
what
put
you instilled in them.
you can do a whole, you can do a lot
You
and
can
and and
continue to
and, and, just,
fight.
and
You
just
can
hope for the
continue to
best.
pray. You can continue to, hey, look, we ain't doing this. You finna come back. Whatever you need to do. But
That's
if
what
that
my
ain't what
mama
they want for
did.
themselves,
Yeah, you can do that. You can hope for the best. But look,
that's all you can do.
it,
Like
it
literally.
it's still I'm big on yo. That's 50-50 for
And you
me.
a dad, so of course you real big on discipline. It makes all the sense, but we got to get back in touch with reality too. If the world get your kid, the world get your kid, no matter what you told them all their life.
I'm that's a 50-50 for me because the reason why it's
It is a
50-50 for me,
50-50 because
no, no.
again, Jason's there was two boys.
Mm-mm.
One was right, one wasn't. So
The only reason why it's
it's still
50-50
that
for
half and
myself
half.
is
I'm glad I got
because
my ass whooped. I'm gonna be honest, because I'm a strong ass woman just because of it. If my mama didn't beat my ass the way that she did now,
I'm
I
taking a
probably
shot, but
be
I'm
out
glad I got
here
my ass beat.
lost. I am. I'm glad she was a strong ass woman because it was four of us, two boys, two girls, and she did not play that. And we were scared of that woman, but I'm a great person because of her. I'm a good ass woman because of that woman. Even though I can't stand her ass sometimes, she raised four kids. Ain't none of us locked up. We all successful and we doing our thing. So I think whooping your kids, long as you ain't like beating and abusing them, is necessary.
My mama
You
didn't
can
have to
talk to
do that.
them.
And I'm telling you, I
She
don't
might have
like
didn't have the kids
I
where she
don't
didn't have
like
to do that.
listen to me. I don't like weak I don't get down with weak women. You feel me? Because of the way that my mama stepped. She led by example every step of the way. And I'm not saying that my mama is perfect, by no means necessary. But what I'm saying is she was an example. When my sister died, she didn't put her burdens on me. When the world beat her ass up, she didn't come in and put her burdens. She didn't do none of that. I never felt nothing. And I'm telling you, because she was the example that she was, that's how I am who I am today. I can stand up and be like, okay, this me. Okay, fuck you. Cause my mama, she backed me. Anything I wanted to do, wherever I was going, even her kids who was fucking up, she still backed them. And what she say,
Right.
you delayed, but you not denied. My mama
Is
had a faith
right.
that was crazy. You hear me? Like I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about because the way she walked, I learned how to walk. It wasn't what she
So
told me. It wasn't what
your
she
mama
said to me.
basically
It had
raised you
nothing
in the
to
way
do
she
with.
thought was fit for her children. My mama raised me in the way she
But
thought
she
was
didn't.
fit
My
for
mama didn't
us.
have to. I'm telling you, that lady didn't have to talk to me.
That's
I
what I'm saying. You probably was just
Y'all
that
sitting here
child.
talking about how much you gotta talk to your kids. You lead by example. That is the first thing you gonna do. By example. That's it.
True.
She taught
But
me by
sometimes
Yeah,
that
example.
ain't
but you know what?
enough.
Exactly.
That
Like
ain't
leading by
enough.
example, you could do that all you want, but again,
That's
G, like
enough. If your kids
it's not
inspired
enough.
by you, it's enough. I'm not
You
saying
was
it's the
inspired by that.
same
All your
thing
sisters
every
wasn't
single
though.
time. But if your kids inspired by you, if your kids look up to you, if they thinking like, dang, my mama be doing her shit, she be popping her one like that's
Yeah,
But
but
all your
but
kids
is
not
it
gonna see
is it
that
good
value.
enough
And
for
you
them?
said that
Because
with
some
your
kids don't know their
and that
self
I
worth.
understand it.
Some kids think of their mama like she's amazing,
yeah,
but they
you
don't
you
think
call
their
your mama
self is
a superhero.
amazing.
What you call a superwoman? Everybody didn't look at her like that. And they still want to do what they wanted to do. Those are prime examples of when the like again when the world get your kids or when everybody ain't following that them core, like you said, them core values,
Them core
everybody,
values.
and it's unfortunate because we want
But
all our kids to
what
get it on the
I'm
same
saying
level.
is simply because my mama, even with Nipsey Hussle, the people who think about Nipsey Hussle wasn't talking to people. They was looking at the example that he was. You go once you start looking at you and understanding this who you want to be. That's why you sitting here saying like these core values that you teach your children. Of course, it's gonna seem like they don't matter if they find something that's cooler than you, that's better, that they think is better than you, that has something more to offer than you have to offer them. Of course, that's where they're gonna go. If you sitting here saying, "Oh, she think he the fun parent, she think the world of him," hello. I don't want to be disciplined. I don't want to. I want my free will. I want to play all
Kids
day.
don't be wanting no damn structure, so they gonna go where ain't no
So you
structure for real.
exactly, and
Kids
this
do
is what
want
we know.
structure. Kids
No, they
do.
don't.
They don't
Yes, they
recognize
Don't
it.
do.
want no damn
They do
I
structure.
want
remember my niece
structure.
Baby
telling me
Donna don't
she
want to go to
said
bed
that
at no
shit to
9 o'clock,
me.
do her homework, earn her money for her allowance. You
Yeah,
know, that's
for
structure.
now.
Her
But
daddy just do
Do
eventually
that
you
since
they're
she
want
gonna
over
that
want
there.
that.
structure? How you go about keeping that structure?
You talking to me?
I'm
I
asking
don't.
in general.
I
You
don't
saying
Oh,
look.
your
because
daughter
I'm
don't
Shoot,
want
talking about
structure? Don't
the
nobody
structure
want
that I
structure?
enforce.
I don't.
Bedtime is at 9 o'clock. If you want money, you gotta earn money. Nana has her own business. She has a whole lemonade stand. Whenever it's a pop-up shop, like she finna be in my pop-up shop, then have it on 23rd. You steady talking about you want to check out your car on Shane. Okay, go make this money at this lemonade stand. This
I
your
don't.
money.
I don't want structure. I just understand it's necessary. That's it. But do I want it? Fuck no, I don't
Yeah.
want the fucking structure. Hell,
Nobody wants
hell no.
structure, but
Kids,
it's
I don't want
neat.
no
I'm
fucking
telling
structure at
you.
all. Not in the site. I don't want that shit.
Okay, so let me say
I
this.
understand that it's necessary. I understand that it was needed. That's life.
Visa says, stay proud of getting your ass whooped because it made you stronger.
Boom, and I will. Thank you, girl.
But do I want structure? Fuck no, I don't want no fucking structure. All I want to do
Nobody
is
wants that.
all I want to
But
do is play.
again,
All I want to do is play
and I'm
football
not
all day.
saying you ain't
That's
no
it.
structure there, but I know in her case, like my daughter's case, ain't no structure over there. You ain't got no bedtime, you ain't got no chores. Your daddy buying you whatever the fuck you tell him you want because you over there on vacation. This is not
And
your everyday life.
that becomes a
He would
problem.
never do this 365. This is going
Even
on for a month strong. That's about it.
even when my kids are with me, I instilling them the same thing with me that they know they gotta take home to their mama. At the end of the day, you're gonna respect your mom the same way you respect me. That's just what it is. Sorry, not sorry. There is no different from my household to their mother's household. It's no
That's
different
true.
because I'm gonna instill in them, yo, look, we both the same. This is what it is. Your mom may come off softer. She may, not be a disciplinarian. She may all yell at you, and after that, come in 2 minutes later. Oh, come here, you want some ice cream? She may do that shit. But at the same time, you innately know
Mm-hmm.
that daddy has already shown you. Daddy has already told you. That has already led by example. When you with your mama, just know you still got to act the same way. Because if not, you got to deal with me. Either way it go. So for me, yes, like you said, Nunu, that structure over there, yeah, he the fine parent. She want to go over there because, and it's the most cases when it comes to mothers when they send their kids to
When it
their
come to
dad.
deadbeats, keep going.
When they send the kids to their dad, yeah, he gonna take them somewhere fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you ain't
all
got to
day
do that
long.
shit a month out here. Now give me
Even
other
if
What
example.
did
even in most cases when mothers tell the
Derek
dad
say?
she on punishment or he on punishment, that dad gonna be like, yeah, whatever. When he with you, he on punishment. When he
Oh
with me,
yeah,
he
for
not.
sure. I remember when
In
we
in,
were
in
in
a lot of
school at
cases.
Corrigan and able to talk. She had did some fuck shit at school. And I'm like, yeah, you need to have a conversation with your daughter. Blah 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 blah. Desiree,
But a lot
you
of
can't
a
do
lot
that
of
thing.
a lot of parents
Nose thing. You can't do that thing. What you doing thing? What the
a lot
fuck is that?
a lot of parents ignore the fact that
Sauce.
the other parent said something. A lot of parents know the fact that, let's say China comes to me, hey, our child failing math. If I do the opposite and go take him go take him out to eat or what, and take him somewhere fun, what is that helping him?
Exactly.
How is that helping him? How is that helping China in
The
any way,
parents
shape, or
got to be on
form?
the same page.
It's not.
But
If
see,
I
that's again, you speaking on my daughter's fault because that's some shit he'll do. I say, hey, come get her. You need to have a conversation with her about what she did at school. She was disrespectful with the teacher, and now I'll come back with bags and bags of fucking clothes. She'd have been to fucking Urban Air, then kicked it all
Well,
day.
he only doing that because he's not presently there. You said
Right, and then on top, and then you got
so
to take
he
him up
feel
again.
guilty.
He
So when he
not
gets her,
even
he's trying to
It ain't guilt. It ain't guilt at all.
It's
It's straight.
spite.
on
I
his
just want to look
behalf.
like the more lit parent. That's all to be a competition.
It's spite.
But that's different than what we speaking on now.
It's
But that's just
spite.
my fucked up ass
It's to
story.
undo
Okay.
everything that she's done, so he'll never be on your page, Jarrell. It's
and
spite.
He's a
Because
is
different
so
is
you
it
can
breed.
sit
is
here,
it
you could
it,
talk about it from your perspective, you could say it, but in her situation with
oh no, I
this,
know. No,
like
that's why I'm
See,
speaking.
that's right now
That's
because
why.
she done been there and witnessed the shit firsthand. Like,
No,
and
no, but
I'm
that's
not
why
the
I'm speaking on
problem.
both sides. That's why I'm speaking on both sides. Yeah, no, I agree with y'all 100%. That's why I said a lot of parents, a lot of fathers have that bad where they will go against what the mother said
and that's exactly what he gonna do every
because
time.
they not together
But
or
and
well
that's
you
called a
going
condition. That's called oppositional defiance.
a lot of a lot
Yeah.
of
Just so y'all know,
I've
goofy
heard
shit.
I've heard parents say this shit so much. You gonna raise them how you gonna raise them. I'm gonna raise them how I'm gonna raise them. That is
Right,
so
because
stupid to
Derek
me.
just said something like, we all
That is
are
done. I
different.
never heard that before, but that's like,
Derek
why we not all
said
on the
That
same
shit is
page?
so
Because
dumb.
I can do this on
Derek
my own,
said we
and
were
that's
not
exactly why I
raised
do
the
it on my
same
own.
way. We our parents were raised the way our parents were raised, and our children aren't going to be raised the same as us. We live in a different world, and I agree with him 100%.
We live in a
That's
different
just
world as far as
There's no organization.
But
There's
the
no
same
loyalty, no
rules
core
still
no,
values.
no,
apply.
no.
The
We live
same
in
The
no.
same
characteristics,
rules
the
still
same
We
it does
authenticity,
only
it
not.
still
It
same
does
rules
apply.
still
not
apply.
apply. It does
we
It
not
only
does.
apply.
Rules still
no.
apply, but because the examples are not being set in the world like they used to be, when we was growing up, like your mama could tell you something, and then you go out in the world and actually see the shit for yourself. I could tell my daughter something right now, but she's not gonna see the same
She's
example
gonna
in
go
the
out
real
and
world
see
like
a
I
million
did.
different
She's
examples
gonna
of
see
it.
some fucked up shit because the loyalty
Yeah.
doesn't exist no more.
No, we
My
only
mama would speak on loyalty, and I would go out in the streets and see examples of that shit. She don't get that opportunity I got because,
that
like they said, the world is different now. It's
it's
different
not
how kids
it's
being brought
no,
up
the
now.
world not different. These parents are just different.
Shit,
A lot of the
no,
a
baby,
lot of
we
these
was not
parents
raised by the internet. These kids are raised by the internet, AI technology. Let's be for
yes,
real.
no, no,
I
that's
agree with you
because the parents don't put in
100%,
time.
Nunu.
No, they don't put
I
in
agree with
time.
Nunu
Nope.
100%.
My
Let me
kids
ask
have
you this. Let me ask
my
you this.
kids
Do
have
any of your
every
children have social media?
my kids have no
Don't none of your kids have social media? How old are your kids?
12, 11, and 7.
You're not gonna tell me your kids don't have social media.
Or I can look you right in your face, tell you none of my children
You
have social
lying.
media.
You don't
Do
know
they
Oh,
if they
have
got social media.
phones?
yeah,
Do
they
they
got
have
phones.
phones? So you have parent blocks on all their phones?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, well then he
Them
don't
babies
have they
got
don't
social
have
media.
social
Daddy
media
don't
because
know
I
it.
had the
They
same
don't.
thing.
My
My
kids
kids
don't
didn't have
hide
social media
anything.
until they got like 15 years old,
They
which
don't.
I
They don't.
regret.
This world is the same world. The only thing different from this world. The only thing
You're
different.
not gonna tell me in 2024 your kids ain't TikTok.
The only thing different in this world is electronics. That's it.
My
Nothing
kids
else.
didn't start
The no,
TikTok
fuck that.
until like
Electronics.
2 years
That's the only thing
ago.
different. No, these sorry ass
Did he just
parents.
say electronics?
That's it. That's the only thing
What's
different.
on the electronics? The internet.
These
It starts there.
There's
these
The
parent
internet got
blocks.
these kids in the
There's a
choke.
parent
The
block you
internet
can
got
put
us in the
on
choke.
there.
these sorry ass parents made this world what the fuck it is.
I would have gave you that
They're
back in the
so
day before technology, but I can't give you that now in
even
today's age
even
of the
even
computer.
now even now it's the same thing.
I
It's what
can't
you
give
put
you
in.
that.
I agree with
It's what
both of y'all,
it's what you put
and
in.
we gonna leave it at
Right,
that
we already
because
know it's
I
what you put in, but baby, what they put out ain't gonna always be the same.
I look
maybe we need a
It's
part
not.
two of this, y'all, because we done came to the end, y'all.
It
at the
sure
end of the
is.
day.
I agree
We
with
do this
both
shit
of
every week.
y'all. I agree with both of
Look,
y'all.
Cause I'm with him too, until about right here. Like,
Yeah,
no,
I'm
the
like,
internet got these kids in the choke. And
no,
I really want you to
the
I really
internet
want you to reevaluate before you say your kids ain't got social media. And
the internet.
ain't none of your kids in 2024
No,
got no
they
social
don't
media.
have no social media at all. First off, their mothers go through their damn phones. So if they got social media,
I go through her phone too.
they doing
Messages,
the game.
TikTok,
Them
everything.
all of that.
my kids are doing a damn good job
Mine
of
don't have a
somehow hiding it.
Roblox right now. You're not gonna tell me they don't have no Roblox or shit. You can't tell me none of
Oh,
that.
oh, oh no, they
Because
had
Roblox is giving social media.
They had Roblox. It got deleted because some stuff
Nigga.
happened. So it got deleted.
Mine
Gone.
did too.
But they got
She got barred
exposed.
from the
You
shit for
said
24
something
hours. I
happened.
said,
They
man,
got
that's for life.
exposed
Don't
to
worry about it.
something that wasn't. But you know
Y'all
what?
are
We're gonna
only
have to come back to this
saying
teaching.
the same thing I'm saying. The only thing to change is electronics. At the end of the day,
I'm not saying that.
these
Baby,
parents do
I'm getting to the
these
core.
parents
It's the
do not
internet.
raise these kids the way we
Because
were
before we
raised.
And
had
I say it's the
electronics, we had
same,
the
but then
internet.
say only thing
When we
different.
had
Yeah, that
dial-up,
look,
we had
Derek.
the internet.
He said you
Wasn't
can't
no fucking
contradict your
smartphones and shit out there.
Derek.
You can be on the phone and on the internet at
Derek,
the same
we
time. Let's
here,
talk
Derek.
about it.
I see
Let's
you.
show our age real quick. Like the internet.
People
All
make it
I
look.
know is y'all could blame this shit on the internet, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. All this shit existed in books. Y'all just didn't pick them motherfuckers up and read. Cause the internet
Yeah.
didn't have to teach me a whole bunch of nothing. It make it easier for me to access the information that I'm like, is that right? So I don't gotta go run to the library no more. So it do
That's
make
for
things
information.
differently.
If we talking about all of, and again, we got to go
That's a
into
different ball
what's in
game.
that.
That's not the same.
Digital marketing, all that shit can be taught from no book. That shit wasn't in books then because that's what it was. When books
Yes,
was
yes,
out,
it
that's
is.
when the teachers did.
Digital marketing for dummies. It's so many books out.
They
It's
have books for that shit, but we talking about back in the day. They couldn't have got that information back then. Digital marketing wasn't a thing until social media became a thing.
it just wasn't called
Digital marketing became a thing in
It
the
was
early
nothing before
90s.
digital marketing. It was marketing.
What'd you say, China?
Digital marketing became a thing in the early 90s.
You see what I'm saying? It's been a thing.
Nothing. People weren't digital marketing then. When they was doing commercials.
But yes, it was called a different thing. This has always been, even telemarketing.
You always
Using
updating
different
words are
types
always
of
getting updated.
Digital marketing and telemarketing is two different marketings.
I know it is. I'm not saying they the same thing,
But
because
that's what we
trust me,
had
I
back
know
in the
they
day. We didn't
different.
have digital marketing then. We had telemarketing.
Yes, it started when they started creating a
It
way.
started, but not digital marketing. Digital marketing didn't take off until the pandemic. Like, let's talk about it.
No, you
Digital
just didn't
marketing,
know about it until the pandemic.
that's fine, but it didn't take
Okay,
off
y'all.
until the
But
Listen,
it
pandemic.
was
we
there. As
gonna have to
long as
come
we
back to this
understand that.
conversation. We gonna have to cut. That's our time, y'all. We gonna have to come back to this conversation. We'll have to do a part two because it's very interesting for us all. So, is there any last words that anyone have? No, no.
I'm still working on myself on being a single parent and balancing entrepreneur life. I'll get there one day. When I do, I'll be right on this podcast telling y'all about it. But it can be done because I'm working on myself every day and I'm making steps every day to get to a point where I know how to separate the two and create that boundary.
I agree.
Okay, Desiree.
I'll let my last words be what Yolanda Smith's last words are. The world has evolved, and so should our way of life. If you stay stuck, then that's what you'll be. Kids are exposed at school and other family members and friends. Teach your kids to
So many
survive
places.
and navigate life. Teach a kid to
Absolutely.
Oh,
fish,
girl,
and they'll be able to
Yolanda,
fish
come
for the rest
through.
of their life. Stop
Them ain't number
dabbling in the
facts right
Yolanda,
there.
fish.
Because,
I
baby,
love
listen.
Yolanda. All right, go ahead,
Yolanda,
Mr.
thank
Accountability,
you.
stuck in the 1990s.
I ain't stuck in the '90s. Like
He want to say something else
I
so
know,
bad, but it's the
I
internet.
know what the world is. But I'm gonna say the same thing I always say. And when people get it, they'll see a difference. Stop making excuses and calling them fucking reasons.
Oh, he's such a dad. It's
Ooh,
okay.
They're
he's
not.
such a
They're
man.
man.
I
It's all
swear.
facts.
He's such a dad.
All facts.
And I'm gonna
Excuses
leave
are
you
not
guys
the
with
same as
this
reasons.
quote.
I'm with you though, Jarrell. I'm with you.
I'm gonna leave you guys with this quote. Being a single parent is not a life full of struggles, but a journey for the strong. I am your guide tonight, China Brown. And that is
China.
all, folks. We'll see y'all guys back on Sunday with the immersive, explosive experience. And
Got it
we'll
by
be
Miss
back.
Desi Lou.
As always.
Later.
All right, y'all.
Bye, y'all.